Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets of the business world. Get ready because today we're digging into a filing that hints at some serious strategic shifts for Peraso Incorporated. Before we dive in, if you are new here and love getting straightforward insights from big company filings, make sure you are subscribed. And don't forget to join our growing community on Discord. The link is right down in the description. So what is the scoop? Well, Peraso Inc. is apparently looking at its options and they've just inked a confidentiality deal with another company, Mobix Labs Incorporated. This isn't a done deal, it is more like they're opening the door to have a serious chat. Think of it as a first date with potential for something bigger, or maybe just a friendly get to know. You session before deciding if there is any future. And this chat isn't just a quick meet and greet. It is set to last for a whole year with some pretty standard rules about not spilling secrets or trying to poach each other's employees. This whole move signals that Peraso is seriously exploring what is next for them, which could mean anything from a partnership to a full-blown sale. It is a big deal when a company starts poking around its strategic future like this. This particular report, a Form 8K, tells us about significant events that happen between the bigger, more regular financial reports. And the big event here is that on this date, the 30th of October 2025, Peraso Incorporated, which we'll just call Peraso from now on, entered into a mutual confidentiality agreement with Mobix Labs Incorporated. Now, what does that mean in plain English? A confidentiality agreement is like a promise to keep what you discuss private. The mutual part means both companies are promising this. The 12-month standstill is a really interesting one. It means that for a year, neither company will try to take over the other or buy a huge chunk of their stock to gain control. They're agreeing to just talk and explore, not to make a hostile move, and the non-solicitation provisions mean they won't try to hire each other's key employees during this period. So it is a very formal way of saying they're going to explore potential collaborations or deals in a friendly, structured way without trying to surprise each other. Let's take a quick look at how Peraso stock is doing. Their common stock trades on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC under the ticker symbol PSO. This is where investors buy and sell pieces of the company. Seeing them explore strategic alternatives suggests there might be some rumblings behind the scenes about the company's future value or its place in the market. The main point of this filing falls under other events. It is not about announcing new products or a change in leadership in the usual sense. Instead, it is a disclosure that they are actively reviewing their strategic alternatives. Think of it as the company's management and board asking, what is the best path forward for Peraso Inc? This review could lead to many things. A merger, an acquisition, selling off parts of the business, or even just a change in their long-term strategy. Whatever it is a big step, and it involves another company, Mobix Labs Incorporated. Looking at Peraso Incorporated itself briefly, they are incorporated in Delaware, which is a common state for companies to form due to its business-friendly laws. Their principal executive offices are located in San Jose, California, right in the heart of Silicon Valley. This location is significant because it puts them in close proximity to a lot of technology innovation and talent. While this filing doesn't contain detailed financial statements that we'd see in a quarterly or annual report, the fact that they are exploring strategic alternatives is often a precursor to significant financial events. Companies usually do this when they believe there might be a way to unlock more value for their shareholders, either by combining with another entity, becoming more efficient, or pivoting to a more profitable direction. Mobix Labs Incorporated's involvement suggests they see potential value in Peraso, or perhaps a way to enhance their own offerings by linking up with Peraso. Let's consider what this might mean from a strategic and financial perspective, even without the exact numbers in front of us. When a company like Peraso starts seriously looking at its strategic alternatives, it often means they are facing some sort of crossroads. This could be due to competitive pressures, market shifts, or perhaps they believe their current standalone strategy isn't delivering the kind of growth or returns that shareholders expect. By bringing in another company like Mobix Labs Incorporated, they are essentially opening up discussions about potential synergies. This means figuring out if combining their resources, technologies, or market presence could create something stronger and more valuable than what they have separately. It is a move that could significantly reshape Peraso's future, its operations, and ultimately its financial performance. This Form 8K filing itself isn't a deep dive into financials because its purpose is to report specific material events promptly. However, the information it contains about exploring strategic alternatives is very material for investors. It signals a period of potential uncertainty, but also potential uncertainty. Investors will be watching closely to see what comes out of these discussions between Peraso and Mobix Labs Incorporated. The mutual confidentiality agreement is a standard step in these kinds of explorations, ensuring that sensitive information shared during the review process is protected. Now let's talk about Peraso Inc. and Mobix Labs Incorporated. While we don't have a lot of details here, we know Peraso is listed on NASDAQ. Mobix Labs Incorporated is also a player in the technology space, although its specific focus might differ. When two companies in the tech sector start talking merger or acquisition possibilities, it can have ripple effects throughout the industry. It often indicates consolidation trends or a move to gain a competitive edge. For shareholders of Peraso, this exploration is crucial. It could lead to a significant change in their investment, whether it is a premium paid for their shares in an acquisition or a new strategic direction with a different potential for growth. We see here that the report is signed by James Sullivan, Chief Financial Officer of Peraso Incorporated. This indicates that the financial leadership is actively involved in this strategic review process. The date of the signature is the 31st of October 2025, reflecting the immediate notification of this significant event. So, what is my take on this? This announcement from Peraso Incorporated detailing their entry into a confidentiality agreement with Mobix Labs, Incorporated to explore strategic alternatives, is a clear signal that the company is at a crossroads. This isn't just business as usual. It suggests that the board and management believe there might be a better way to create value for their shareholders than continuing on their current path. The fact that they've engaged another company indicates they are actively seeking a solution, whether that's through a merger, acquisition, or some other form of business combination. The standstill and non-solicitation clauses in the agreement are standard but important. They frame the exploration as a serious, structured process preventing either party from making unilateral moves and preserving the integrity of the discussions. For investors, this is a time for cautious optimism. On one hand, strategic reviews can unlock significant shareholder value, often leading to premium acquisition prices. On the other hand, these processes can also be lengthy, uncertain, and sometimes don't result in a deal, which can lead to volatility. The key takeaway is that Peraso Incorporated is not content to just tread water. They are actively seeking to improve their position, and Mobix Labs Incorporated is a potential partner in that journey. What happens next will depend entirely on the outcome of these confidential discussions. It's crucial to remember that this confidentiality agreement is just the first step, and many more could follow or none at all. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Peraso Incorporated filing. What is your take on these strategic moves and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.